2-0 lead. They were able to chip away and tie it, and then get a big home run their last at bats. You had an opportunity there throwing the ninth. Did you think you had maybe a little deja vu after taking a 4-2 deficit last night and tying it up?
I thought it was a good game, actually. I mean, on both sides. I thought McCaughan was really good early, and then kind of with 2 outs in the 6th inning, they took some good at bats. The lefties kind of gave him a little bit of problem. I thought we had a lot of momentum, especially early. I know Siebold was trying to work hard to get over the ball and had trouble getting the ball down, and probably was not a typical outing for him because he's got fantastic numbers. But I thought it was a good game. I thought that we had momentum and we didn't take advantage of it in order to put together good at-bats to hopefully stretch the lead out a little bit. But you got to give them credit. Thought it was a pretty well-played game. Their guys in the middle of the order did a nice job. Richards has not done much this series, and he had a big hit. I mean, which is a lot of credit to him that he's where he needs to be at that particular moment. So I bet you Ty would like to have the pitch back, but at the same time, it was a good game. It was a good game. And, we made it interesting at the end, which is always encouraging as you go, into tomorrow, but also as you go into conference.
Yeah, to see the guys, not give up after,
Sure.
giving up a homer like that is always good to see. I think I asked you a couple years ago. You guys were down, they were really up. Asked you what it would take to kind of get this rivalry back to where it should be. Do you feel like it's getting there now? I mean, you guys just battling back and forth, it seems, every game, the last 4, 5, 6 games that you guys have played.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a little more parity between the two clubs now. I think they have some better pieces, and I think we have some pieces that we like. But I think we're both same style. We're both, you got to play catch, you got to throw strikes, and you got to get some timely hitting. I mean, we're not going to sit here and score 10 runs a game, neither of us. And part of it's because the pitching's going to be so good. But yeah, I think we're making strides. I don't think there's any question. The road still goes through them, just like I told them. The team, I said, hey, you have to find a way to put them away if you're going to be champions. And, regardless if it's non-conference or not, it's a big deal that you need to take care of that and set the tone. So I think they respect us, and we certainly respect them. So I think it's in a good place. We're not dealing with, 14 major leaguers like we were 10 years ago, that's for sure. But certainly both teams have good players on them, and it's fun. It's a good college baseball rivalry that is intense, and I think it's certainly a little more on the equal side because we have gotten a little bit closer to them, and that part's good.
Yeah, and one thing that seems this team has that maybe the previous teams that you've had is a little physicality in the middle of the lineup.
Yeah,
I mean, what have you kind of seen out of those guys that have taken steps to become guys in the middle of your lineup, whereas Brock and Luke were pieces last year, but not necessarily guys to build around?
Yeah, I think they're freshmen for one, and now they're sophomores that had some success, and now they're relied upon, to do more things. You take that next step, and there are more expectations when you take that next step. I think both of those guys are going to be better from a productive at-bat standpoint. I'm not talking about from a number standpoint. I'm just saying from a productive at-bat standpoint, from squaring the ball up on a consistent basis where we don't disappear, and you can kind of keep the chain of the at-bats moving. And that's what it's going to take. But no, we are more physical. Tankus is out, and he should be back at some point in April, so that gives us, we are probably the most physical we've been, since I became head coach. This is the most physical team we've had.
And then tonight, Darren McCaughan was really good. First 5, I think he took a no-hitter in the 5th or 6th there. What steps has he taken from last season when he was a reliever for you, a 7th, 8th inning guy maybe, to earn your trust to throw him in that starting rotation this year, and he's really excelled there?
He's massively mature. He's wickedly competitive. And he's done a fantastic job with his body. He committed himself. He's gained almost 25 pounds from the end of last season to now, and he's kept it through, the right way. I mean, the hydration, the sleep, the eating, all those things. we trust him. You know, I mean, that's what you're going to get. He's not going to light up the radar gun, but he can really pitch, and he can really compete. And he's kept us in. Well, obviously he's won a lot of games, but he'll keep us in most of the games. You know, I would be shocked if that wasn't the case. So it's nice to have him on Saturday, to have somebody like that emerge. You know, to be able to do that, I don't think anybody can, you know, predict that. It's just that you want to see growth out of your guys, and he's certainly a good story from that standpoint.
And how much does the hair that he has rocking, how much does that help?
Yeah, good. We got a few guys with some flow. I unfortunately can't grow it, so I'm a little envious. But yeah, I'm fine. Whatever. Spirit's good. Personality's good. Keep it professional, and you know, keep it in between the lines and do the right thing, and you know, that goes from there.